and welcome to the Strictly One-on-One. I am here with our first ever musical guest, Jon Berman. Jon, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So, locally, you're well known. A lot of people in the area do know you. You play at a lot of local restaurants, but for the viewers that don't know, what kind of music do you play?
Well, I do two kinds of music. One, I do a saxophone-based restaurant show so that I can play at all the local restaurants when I'm home, and then more recently, I've begun performing my own originals on guitar and kind of singing. I use that term really loosely, and putting those songs out there now.
So you've played with a lot of bands that the viewers and a lot of other people might know. What are some of the people you've actually played with?
I've been lucky enough to play with Stevie Kellogg and the Sixers and Barefoot Truth, and I've actually performed a couple of times with the Dirty Dozen brass band from New Orleans and some other bands too. I've been really lucky.
So how did you get into music?
When I was in, it must have been late junior high, early high school, it became apparent that my hockey skills weren't going to bring me to a professional level, but my music skills, even though they weren't going to bring me to a professional level, were definitely going to get me more dates. Mm-hmm. So it seemed apparent, and plus it was a good way to go to Disney World, from what I was told, with the high school marching band, and it seemed to be a good idea at the time. We never did go to Disney World, of course, but the rest of it, we had a really competitive, and to this day, King Philip Regional is really one of the best known band programs in the country, if not the world. And I was lucky enough to be a 5-year part of that.
Oh, wow. So, as a musician, it's hard to get your name out there and for people to know who you are. How do you market yourself?
Well, a lot of performances with some of the bands that I play with are really good for helping marketing. I play with a band out of Boston called the Jackson Weatherby Band, and I've played in front of what they told us was 100,000 people. I don't know if that's true or not. At the Hat Show in Boston, and a show like that, really, people are like, oh, cool, that's really cool. You got to open for the Gin Blossoms and some other bands and Collective Soul, and that was, those kind of events really help. In addition to that, for my own stuff, I do a couple things. So I have a postcard that goes on every table at the restaurants that I play at, and I don't know if you want to focus on that or something, but
yeah, I'll throw it up.
Oh, okay. And then in addition, I have stickers that I hand out for free, and then I have CDs, obviously, that people can pick up at the show. And then I do a mailing list, and I email people and get on Facebook and Twitter and let them know when I'm going to be appearing. It sounds like magic. I'm going to be appearing, in different places so that they can choose what they want to do. Yeah. Which is funny because at first I thought no one was really paying attention. Yeah. And then one day I noticed that the same people kept showing up and I thought I was getting stalked. And then it became apparent that there were a few people that started coming out more and more to the shows, and they had the CD and they knew the songs and they would hang it out.
So what's the Facebook pages if they want to find out when you're playing and where?
I don't even know. No, it's I think it's, it's on the card. It's facebook.com/Jon Berman Music 1, and there's no H in John, and there's no H in Berman. There's also no H in music. And that's the same as my website. It's johnbermanmusic.com, and there's with no H's. Yeah. There's no H in .com either.
All right, and you're gonna play your latest single for us, "Picture in My Frame," in just a minute. So we'll be right back, and we'll get to listen to Jon's song.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jon Berman.